Today we're going to talk if shimming really works for a razor. Hi everyone, André from Barba Tradicional here, or the Brazilian shaver. And recently I've made a video on my other channel using a Kingsley Gillette, also with a feather blade. And I used it because I actually found the Kingsley Gillette actually too mild. And I mentioned, well, you can put a sharper blade and I got a very, very good shave out of it. But I mentioned also this technique that is not many people talk about. I mean, people have been talking about it, many years. But I don't hear people talking that often in the shaving community. Of course, there are tons of video about it. I'm just testing for myself. So basically, this technique consists on making a shim out of a used blade, an old blade. And all that you do is take a pair of scissors and you take actually the sharp edge out of the blade. And with that, you actually create a gap between the actual cutting blade that you're going to use with the safety bar. So this is basically the principle of the unadjustable razor. So the more shims you use, the more aggressive or effective the shave will be. So that's what I'm going to test today. So I have two shims here ready. I'll start with one, and then if needed, I'll add the other one. So with today's shave, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shims to test. I'm going to use a very mild, non-aggressive blade, which is the Derby Extra, these green ones. The first blade that I've ever used on my, as I debuted traditional shaving, and I very quickly migrated to another blade because I didn't feel the cutting power. I didn't feel it cutting as much. And I mean, with this Kingsley Gillette, is absolutely a mild razor. So we're gonna see if we can adjust a very mild razor with a very mild blade as well with the shim. And of course, the razor that I'll be using are two Kingsley Gillettes. They are, well, of course, identical. What I'm gonna use for reference purposes only is I'm gonna exchange the handles. So I have here two Gillette Tex handles. So one is golden and one is like regular chrome or nickel, whatever. So I'm gonna be using those so that we can see better on video, on camera, which one that I'm using. So basically, I'm gonna use the gold one with the shim, and I'm gonna use the metal, like the regular one on the regular blade, just with the blade. So let's just go there and assemble this real quick before we even start getting dirty with the leather and slippery. I like to, assemble my razors before building my leather. So this is going to be the regular one. So I'm just gonna take a fresh Derby Extra blade out of the paper. I'm gonna put it on my top cap, put back the safety guard, and I'm going to go with the metal tech handle. So this is just pure blade. And now let's assemble again the one with the shim, taking a fresh Derby blade, putting on my top cap, and then I'm gonna use one shim at least now, and then I'm gonna go for the base cap and the golden handle. For today's shave, I'm gonna be using a soap that my friend Dave from the Retro Wet Shaving podcast, very cool podcast. Big shout out to Dave and his podcast. Very instructive, really cool, great talks, great people that go in his show, and absolutely a big supporter of the shaving community. So shout out to Dave. Thank you very much, my friend. And the soap is Trigold Shave Fearless. That's an absolute very nice label indeed, and it smells amazing. It really smells like cologne-y, perfumey. It's like a bright scent, very good for spring, summer, I think all year round, but it's a refreshing, very nice scent, and I loved this this label. I've never used Frank's soaps, so very interested about the performance. People talk very much about Frank's soaps, so eager to try. And also Dave sent me the Bee's Knees, which is a collaboration with, again, Frank from the Struggle Shave with the Wet Shaving Store, Andy, and also two members of the shaving community, two women members of the shaving community, One Sharp Sally and Banaka. So today I'm going to use the Fearless. And for the rest of the shave, I talked about the blades, the Derby Extra. I'm going to lather with my Yaki synthetic brush. I really like this brush. And as an aftershave, I'm going to put some Brazilian stuff. It's a Viking gel. It's an aftershave gel. I really like this, very soothing to the skin, great smell. And also on my beard, I'm gonna apply City View by Human Grooming, also from Brazil. A very good balm to your well, to your mustache, your beard, your goatee, whatever. So this is gonna be today's shave, and I'll shave with it. And in the end, I'll talk about my impressions of the shave and of course the shimming. So let's go for the shave. So I have the two razors here. I'll start with the shave. With the golden handle, I have the shim, and I use on the right side of my face. And the regular one, it has just the blade, and I'll use on my left side of my face. No, just for testing purposes, I'm just gonna add on my last pass another shim and see the difference. So that was today's shave, and let's jump right into the conclusions of my non-shimmed shave. So I did feel a difference. I noticed a difference. I did get more blade feel out of the shim, even more when I added the second shim, and I was expecting. That was my first time ever shaving with a shim, and I thought it was interesting right out of the bat. Comparing having those two, because then you really can compare what is the shim doing as opposed to what the blade or what the razor is doing. So here I had two identical razors, two fresh Derby Astras on either of the razors, and that was the King's Gillette head. Just for distinguishing here the colors, I used Gillette Tech, so the golden with the shim and the regular without the shim. So yes, I did feel the difference. I did feel more of a blade feel when I was using the one with the shim, and to me it was more comfortable, because in my opinion the King's Gillette is a good option out there, but to my liking is a little bit too mild. It's good, I mean, for people, you know, starting on wet shaving. Maybe you're grocery shopping, you're discovering those kinds of razors because of the King's Gillette widely available in supermarkets and drugstores. So you bump into it, and maybe you want to spice it up, add a little bit more of adjustment. And of course that can be made with any razor that you have. So if you have a razor, you got it, you think it's too mild, before selling it and passing it over, try shimming it, and I think you might get surprised. Or even not only like the razor's fault, but maybe you have like a too mild of a blade, you have a blade that's not working for you, not working for a specific razor, maybe a pairing with a specific razor with the blade is not working. So try adding a shim, and you level up a little bit the efficiency of the razor, and you might like it. So let me know in the comments below if you did it, and if it worked for you, if you liked it, and I'm curious. So I don't see that often people doing like shaves of the day with already like a shim. As I said, I saw this, I mean, it's been out there for years and years now, the shim. It's not like a new thing. It's just sometimes people talk about it, people teach about doing the shims, but I don't see people shaving regularly like with a shim. So yeah, that's something to consider if you're not quite there yet with a type of combination of the razor. So very good shave, very, very good. I did nick myself here, but it was between passes. It was like my last stroke, and I shaved on my Adam's apple. I wasn't like, you know, like last stroke, you don't pay that much of attention. So I don't blame it the shim, I don't blame it, you know, the blade or the razor. I do blame myself for, you know, that last stroke without focus, let's say. So the soap was amazing. So again, thank you, Dave, for sending me, and also big shout out to you and your podcast, Retro Red Shaving Podcast. Absolutely great soap. I really liked it. Great leather, creamy, cushiony, and like really you could see the peaks. Very dense and thick leather, very, very nice. And the scent on this soap is absolutely really, really great. So that's a great one. So I'm happy to have tried the Strike Gold Shave, but also this Fearless one. Not only I like the label very much, but also the scent is a killer. So really, really good. So the brush is also a brush that I really like, synthetic Yaki. I like this knot. I think it's like a 22, and very, very good. Leathers really well and plays well on your face. So very good. And the two Brazilian products that I used, then my aftershave, the gel, it's absorbed like immediately. So very good one, nice scent as well, and leaves a super nice feeling to the skin. Very, very nice. So good thing to use. And also on my beard, also the City View by Human Grooming, also very good, nourishing to your hair, and smells also fantastic. So this is also one of my go-to balms. Very good, very, very good. So excellent shave. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next as topics for next videos, any questions, suggestions, and also let me know if you use a shim, if you have used, if it worked for you or not. And speaking of soaps, maybe if you follow me on social media, or if you've seen also here, I'm soon to launch with Elysian, with Shannon from Elysian Soap Shop, a collaborative collaboration soap also for commemoration of my channel, Barba Tradicional. It's gonna be a killer scent, really nice, amazing soap, as you know might know by Elysian. So stay tuned. Hopefully very soon there will be some news on the release of the new soap. So stay tuned also for those news on that too. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.